What if time wasn't what we think it is? Not a river flowing endlessly forward, but a tide, rising, falling, circling back upon itself. Across our planet, there are places where clocks spin wrong, compasses falter, and shadows stretch in directions they shouldn't. Where locals whisper that days disappear and moments never end. These are the timeless zones, strange coordinates where the laws of physics bend like reeds in the wind. Some say they're magnetic anomalies. Others believe they are sacred thresholds, gateways between worlds. Tonight, we travel across continents and centuries, from the vortexes of Oregon to the holy peaks of Tibet, from vanished ships in the Atlantic to frozen lakes beneath Antarctica. This is the story of the places on Earth where time doesn't exist. The Oregon Vortex, the hill that defies physics. In the forests of southern Oregon lies a clearing where up feels down and tall looks short. Visitors watch brooms stand upright, balls roll uphill, and people shrink or grow depending on where they stand. They call it the Oregon Vortex, a name that feels more like science fiction than geography. Scientists have measured it for decades. Magnetometers twitch violently. Compasses spin. But even after countless surveys, no one can explain why gravity seems weaker here, or why human perception warps so dramatically. The Native Americans once refused to settle this patch of land. They called it the Forbidden Ground. Animals avoid it. Birds will not nest in its trees. Some physicists suggest an optical illusion, a tilted structure and a slanted horizon tricking the mind. But others, intrigued by how instruments misbehave, suspect localized magnetic distortion, a ripple in Earth's geomagnetic field. Yet when visitors step inside, their bodies feel the difference. The pressure changes. The sound behaves strangely. Time, they say, slows. A journalist once described standing there as feeling caught between two realities, one visible, one vibrating beneath. Could it be that deep below, a pocket of iron-rich basalt distorts the planet's magnetic lines, altering not just our sense of space, but the very tempo of time? The answer hides beneath the soil, still unmeasured. But Oregon is only the beginning. Mount Kailash, the axis of time. High in western Tibet, rises a mountain so sacred that no human has ever stood upon its summit. Mount Kailash, the crown of the world. Ancient texts call it Meru, the cosmic pillar around which the universe revolves. Four of Asia's great rivers flow from its base, each pointing toward a cardinal direction, as if marking the hours of an eternal clock. Pilgrims travel from India, Nepal, and China to walk the Kora, a 32-mile circuit around the mountain. They say that completing one circuit erases a lifetime of sin. Walk it 108 times, and you transcend the cycle of birth and death itself. But what fascinates scientists is what happens to time around Kailash. GPS devices glitch. Magnetic compasses wander. Photographers find their batteries drained in minutes. Locals tell stories of trekkers who vanish into a sudden fog and reappear days later, aged by years. Physicists studying the region's geology discovered unusually high quartz concentrations in the surrounding rock, known to amplify electromagnetic resonance. Could the mountain's crystalline heart bend the electromagnetic fields that govern time perception? Or perhaps, as ancient Buddhists believed, Kailash stands at the intersection of worlds, where linear time folds into something eternal. Whatever the truth, Mount Kailash remains untouched. No climber has ever scaled it, not by law, but by reverence, because here, to climb the mountain would be to climb the axis of time itself. The Bermuda Triangle, where time vanishes at sea. Sailors have always feared the patch of ocean between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. The Bermuda Triangle, a name whispered with the weight of legends. Dozens of ships, multiple aircraft, all vanished without a trace. No distress calls, no wreckage, just gone. In 1945, 5 U.S. Navy bombers vanished mid-flight. Their instruments failed simultaneously. Rescue planes followed their path and vanished too. For decades, scientists dismissed it as a myth. But satellite data has revealed something extraordinary. Massive methane hydrates trapped beneath the seafloor. When these bubbles erupt, they can reduce water density, causing ships to sink instantly, while ionizing the air above, disrupting radar and compasses. But there's more. Geomagnetic readings show brief fluctuations that can offset aircraft gyroscopes, making pilots believe they're flying level when they're actually banking into oblivion. Still, eyewitnesses describe something beyond physics. A haze that swallows the horizon. A feeling that minutes stretch into hours or vanish altogether. Perhaps it's not just navigation failing, but perception itself. In the triangle, time behaves like the sea. Unpredictable, restless, and deep. Antarctica, the frozen time capsule. At the bottom of the world lies the largest mirror on Earth, a continent of white silence, stretching farther than the human eye can see. But beneath its ice sleeps something ancient. Lake Vostok, sealed off for millions of years. Drilled through miles of frozen crust, scientists found microbial life that had evolved separately since before humans existed. Genetic testing showed organisms with DNA only 86% similar to anything known. To exist in that timeless dark, life itself had to change its rules. Some theorists speculate that within its pressurized, oxygen-rich waters, chemical reactions occur more slowly, a microenvironment where biological time runs differently. Elsewhere on the continent, satellites record magnetic anomalies, areas where compasses reverse polarity. Pilots crossing them report momentary disorientation, as if instruments skip a beat. Then there's the Allen Hills meteorite, discovered here in 1984, believed to contain fossilized bacteria from Mars. Antarctica, it seems, doesn't just preserve Earth's past, it whispers of other worlds. Here, time is both frozen and infinite, a museum of existence waiting to be thawed. The Devil's Sea, Japan's parallel mystery. On the opposite side of the Pacific lies a mirror of the Bermuda Triangle, the Dragon's Triangle, or Devil's Sea. Between Japan and the Mariana Trench, ships vanish, instruments fail, and the ocean glows with strange lights beneath the waves. Ancient Japanese records speak of dragons of the deep pulling fishermen below. In 1952, the Japanese government sent a research vessel, the Ko Maru No. 5, to investigate. It vanished, taking all 31 crew members with it. Modern scientists discovered that the region sits atop intense tectonic subduction zones, producing magnetic fluxes and gas eruptions similar to the Bermuda Triangle. Yet fishermen swear they've seen ghost fleets drifting in the mist, ships decades old, their hulls untouched by rust. Could extreme electromagnetism affect not only matter, but time perception itself, causing minutes at sea to stretch into eternity? Or do the dragons still guard their kingdom beneath? Gebel Barkal, the desert where time loops. In the heart of Sudan's Nubian desert stand a sandstone mountain sacred to the ancient Egyptians, Gebel Barkal, the pure mountain. Archaeologists found temples carved into its base aligned with celestial events so precisely that, twice a year, sunlight penetrates deep into its inner sanctum for only a few minutes, illuminating hieroglyphs of the god Ammonius. But what astonished modern surveyors wasn't the alignment, it was the timing. According to simulations, the beam should have shifted by now due to Earth's axial precession. Yet, it still hits perfectly, as if the mountain resists the drift of time itself. Local Bedouins tell stories of travelers entering its caves and emerging before they went in. To them, Gebel Barkal is not a ruin, it's a reset. Scientists propose micromagnetic anomalies and quartz piezoelectric effects that could interfere with circadian rhythm and temporal awareness. But maybe, just maybe, the ancients built here because they already felt it, a pulse of eternity beating beneath the sand. Antikythera Rek, the clock before clocks. Off the coast of Greece, divers once found the remains of a Roman ship, and within it, a corroded mass of bronze gears. When cleaned, it revealed something impossible for its age: the Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old analog computer capable of predicting eclipses, planetary motion, even Olympic dates. How could an ancient civilization, without telescopes, build a device so precise it matched modern astronomical models? Some say lost knowledge from Atlantis. Others, pure genius lost to history. But one theory stands out. The mechanism wasn't just measuring time, it was mastering it. Each rotation of its gears mimicked the celestial rhythm of the cosmos, turning the heavens into a handheld clock. It was humanity's first attempt to trap time in metal. And when it sank, time escaped again, until we found it waiting patiently beneath the waves. The illusion of time, from mountains that hum with magnetism, to oceans that swallow seconds, to deserts that echo yesterday's sun. Our planet hides its own secrets of time. Maybe time was never a straight line. Maybe it bends, folds, and circles, just like the Earth we live on. Every clock, every calendar, every heartbeat is an illusion of order in a universe that thrives on chaos. And yet, that illusion is what lets us live, love, and remember. Because if time truly stopped, nothing would change. And without change, there would be no life at all. This is Planet Unveiled. Until next time, keep wondering, keep watching, and never stop asking what lies beyond the ticking of the clock.